Hello, thanks for tuning in. My name's Rory Goddard, and in this video I'm going to share with you 4 strategies for generating free traffic to any website or any offer that you have online. So for each strategy, what I'm going to do is give you a general overview of how and why they work, and then I'm going to go into more detail so you know exactly what you need to do to make these strategies work for you. The first strategy I'm going to talk about is YouTube. Now, I'm starting with YouTube because I believe it's probably the best and most efficient source of free traffic. Not only that, the traffic that you're getting through YouTube is warm traffic. It's people that are ready to buy. Now, I'm going to tell you why I think YouTube is the best strategy in a moment, but let's just first get a broad overview of how it works. So in this video, what I'm assuming is that you already have a product or service that you're wanting to promote, and therefore you probably already have a target audience, a niche, or an ideal customer in mind. Now, with the YouTube strategy for generating traffic, all you're doing is creating content that's of interest to this target market, and then within that content you're linking, within that content and also in the description of all of your videos, you're linking your ideal customer back to the sales page, the funnel, the website, or wherever you're wanting to direct them. Before we get into the specifics of how to guarantee you can make this strategy work for you, let's first look at why this strategy is such a great strategy for generating free traffic. So firstly, traffic from YouTube is what you call search traffic. So what this means is that people are actually going onto YouTube and they're searching for specific content that they want to learn more about. They're actually looking for answers and solutions to the problems and challenges that they're facing. So what this means is that they're warm traffic. They're actually looking for someone or something to help them solve their problems. And this can be you through your products and services. Another reason this is great is because you can actually do research into specifically what your target audience are looking for, and then you can create content that's speaking directly to them. You can also create titles that mimic the questions and the searches that they're actually putting into the YouTube search bar. On top of that, creating content and posting it on your YouTube channel is a great way to provide value to your target audience. And whenever you're providing value to a target audience, then what happens is you're building trust with them. They can see that you want to help them. And therefore, when you do present an offer to them, they're much more likely going to make that final purchase. Posting content on YouTube is also giving your target audience a chance to really get to know you and like you. They're getting to see you on camera, they're getting to hear your voice and feel the conviction in your language and the way you're presenting yourself, in how much you actually care about them and want to help them solve their problems and overcome the challenges that they're facing. And what that's doing is it's building trust. They're getting to know, like, and trust you, and therefore when you're presenting them with an offer, they're much more likely going to purchase from you. So what are the steps? What are the specific things you need to know and put in place to make sure that you can get this strategy working for you? The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to research and start to plan the content that you're going to create. So really get to know who your target audience is. What are their problems? What are the challenges that they're wanting to overcome? What questions are they asking? What do they want help with? Really get to know them inside and out. So that way, that's really going to give you an idea of the type of content that you can create and the titles that you can use to draw people in. Some other research you can do is you can actually research other videos within your niche. So identifying videos in your niche that are really popular, and then what you can do is just model those videos. You can model the content, you can model the title of the video, and you can model the image that they use as the thumbnail. Obviously popular videos means that there's a lot of people out there searching for this type of content. Another thing you can do is to start searching in the YouTube search bar. And what YouTube actually does is it provides a drop down. So play around with different little searches, and YouTube will provide you with a little drop down with popular searches. So things that's being searched on a regular basis, and then you can create content around those searches and put those in your titles. Once you're ready to start posting content on YouTube, you're going to want to make sure that your videos are optimized to rank in YouTube. So you want to make sure that YouTube is ranking your videos on the front page, or they're at least recommending your videos after someone's watched a similar video or a related video. So to do this, some things you need to do is you need to make sure that all of the files that you're planning to upload with your video, you need to make sure that you rename them something related to the keyword or the topic of the content that you're providing. So one thing you definitely want to do is you want to create a custom thumbnail. So and then, like I said, when you're uploading that custom thumbnail, you want to make sure the name of that file on your computer before you've uploaded it is named with a keyword from the content that you're providing. You also want to make sure you rename the actual video to be specific to the content that you're creating, so that when people are searching for your content, what that's going to do is help increase your chances of that of your videos ranking higher. So the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your keyword or key phrase is not only displayed in your title but also within your description. So the first line in your description should really include your keyword, or it might just simply include the title of the video that you're providing. And then throughout the description, you want to include as many keywords relating to the content that you're providing as you can. Again, this is going to improve your chances of YouTube picking up that content and recommending it to people when they're searching those specific keywords. Another thing you need to be doing in order to rank on YouTube is you need to be posting regularly. So the more you post, the more likely YouTube is going to start recommending your videos. So I would recommend a minimum of 3 posts per week. Now, when you're getting started, I really want to point this out, that it can be quite frustrating. You're putting in a lot of work and you're not getting views, but you really need to be consistent with this. You need to be consistent with posting 3 times per week at least, and then it might take a month or a few months for your videos to start ranking, but then once they do, you'll see your channel just explode. The last thing you want to do is you want to optimize your videos to ensure that you're increasing the watch time. So the more watch time you have, the more people spend on your videos, the more likely YouTube are going to recommend your videos and put them higher in the rankings. The reason being is because they love people on YouTube. YouTube loves people on YouTube. So if you're able to increase the watch time on YouTube, then YouTube is going to reward you for that. So the first thing you can do to increase your watch time is you want to make sure that the duration of your videos isn't too short. So if you're creating 1 to 2 minute videos and someone's putting in a search and your video is recommended and they watch it, they're only watching it for 1 to 2 minutes. That's really not a lot of watch time. So I would recommend that you try to aim to have most of your content or most of your videos lasting for around 20 to 30 minutes. I probably wouldn't go any lower than 5 minutes. So ideally aim for around that 20 to 30 minutes. Every now and then you might have one that's like somewhere between 5 and 15 minutes. But yeah, like I said, aim for that 20 to 30 minutes. Another strategy you can use to increase your watch time on YouTube is to use what's called open loops. Now, our brains naturally want to come to some form of conclusion. So what an open loop is you're introducing an idea or a concept to the viewer, but then you're telling them that you're going to let them know more about that, or give them the definition or show them how to do that thing a little later in the video. So what you're doing with an open loop is you're creating credibility, you're enticing curiosity, and you're also stimulating the want or the need to know more. Now, the next strategy that I wanted to talk to you about is through blogging. Now, blogging is very similar to YouTube in that it's search traffic. So again, people are searching on things like Google, Yahoo, Bing, these sort of search engines, and they're looking for specific content that they want to learn. So again, with your blogs, you're doing your research, identifying what your target audience are looking for, and then you're providing content for for that target audience. Now, I guess it's a little less personal. You know, they're not getting to see you on camera, they're not getting to hear you speak and feel that conviction. So that's why I like video over blogging, but I still think blogging is a great way to generate traffic. Again, with blogging, you're providing value to your ideal customer. So you're giving them a chance to get to know, like, and trust you, so that when you do present an offer to them, they're more likely going to be purchased from you. They understand and they can see that you're there to try and help them overcome their challenges and the problems that they're facing. So similar to YouTube, one of the initial challenges is to get your blog and your content to be ranking high on the search engines. So the search engines like Google, Yahoo, and Bing. So next I want to do is just share with you some strategies that can enhance your what's called SEO, so search engine optimization, so that when people are searching content, making sure that your post and your website and your content is appearing high in the searches. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you've researched and identified the most appropriate keyword or key phrase for the particular content that you're providing, and then you want to make sure that that keyword or phrase is in the title and it's also throughout your content, so that when people are searching for that keyword or that key phrase, Google is recognizing that your blog is, you know, relating to that content. Another thing that you're going to want to be doing is, whenever possible, you want to be including links to other blogs within each of your blogs. So the more links that a particular page has going to it, the more Google and also your audience recognize that that page is important, and therefore Google is going to rank it higher. Another thing you're going to want to do is you want to optimize the speed of your website. So if your website is running slow, then it's more likely that Google isn't going to want to rank it. So the better performing your website is in regards to the speed of loading, the more likely Google will rank your website. Now, some things that you can do to increase the speed of your website and your blog is to get hosting or better hosting than what you currently have if you do have a problem with speed. Another thing is you can use different plugins. So for example, if you're using WordPress, there's a plugin called EWWW Optimize Image Optimizer, and what that plugin does is it actually compresses like image and video size within your website, so that they don't take a long time to load, because often images and videos, they can actually slow down your web page. So if you're including pictures into your blog posts, and that potentially could be slowing down your load speed, and that might be affecting your search engine optimization. And again, similar to YouTube, you want to be consistent with your posting. You want to be posting regularly, but another thing with blogging is you want to be posting at consistent intervals. So really decide on a plan. Do you want to be posting 3 times, do you want to be posting every day? Do you want to be posting 3 times per week? Do you want to be posting 1 time per week? Or maybe you want to be posting once a fortnight or once a month. I probably wouldn't post any less than once a month. Obviously, the more you post, the more likely you're going to start ranking in Google. So I would probably aim for, similar to with YouTube, 3 times per week if you can. At the minimum, maybe 1 time per week. Alright, so the next strategy I wanted to share with you is the Facebook strategy. So with this strategy, all you're going to do is you're going to find and identify some really popular and large Facebook groups within your niche, and you're going to go in there, and depending on the rules of the group, you're going to either provide your own valuable content, or perhaps you're just going to go in there and start answering people's questions or giving advice to people in need. And what that's going to do is that's going to entice people to visit your Facebook page, or perhaps even make conversation with you either publicly within the page or even private messaging you. Alright, so how do you make this strategy work? So one of the things that you probably want to put in place is when people click on your Facebook page, so you've commented on their or helped them out in some way within this other group, and then they've been enticed and they maybe want to know a little bit more about you and why you're helping them. So they've clicked on your Facebook page, and you want the first thing for them to see is something where that's directing them somewhere. So perhaps your cover picture will be a picture about your own Facebook group. So you might be directing people to join your own Facebook group. So you'd have a link just below your cover picture where they could click and join your group, and then within that group you're providing valuable content, you're interacting with people within your niche market, and also within that group you're directing them back to your website or different offers, different products or services that you're providing. So one of the reasons this strategy works is because you're going out of your way to help people. You're going into these groups and you're answering their questions and you're giving them advice, and you're doing that for free. You're giving them value for free, and that really is going to entice them to find out more about you. And like I said, they'll go back and visit your Facebook page, and then you can set that Facebook page up in a way to direct them to wherever you want them to go. So whether it is to a Facebook group where you're then going to link to your website or your offers, or whether you want to be linking them directly to a sales funnel or some sort of sales page. So that's really how that strategy works. Then the last strategy I wanted to talk to you about is a forum strategy. So it works very similar to how the Facebook strategy works, that I just described to you. So what you're going to do in this strategy is you're going out and you're finding a forum within your niche market, and then within that forum, same thing, you're just going to be answering people's questions, providing value to the community, helping to solve people's problems, overcome challenges, and then what you might do in order to then direct people back to a certain sales page or a sales funnel or a website, what you do is often in these forums you can create like a little signature. So every time you post a comment somewhere or answer someone's question, just underneath that comment that you've made, it'll show up with a little signature. So for example, you might have like a little punchline and then a link to a sales page. So for example, it might be like, learn how to create passive income online, where I do 90% of the work for you, and then you'd have a link there. Again, you're also creating general conversation with people in your niche market, so you can often just direct them directly to your offers, or they're often going to ask you questions about how you can help them. Okay, so that's everything for today's video. I hope you got value from that, and thank you so much for watching. If you did get value from it, please hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video.